pivot back to like our last conversation we had, which to me was classic. I just absolutely love the stories you gave me. So one thing that stood out to me is, you know, you kind of talked about your interview with Al Davis, and it was a 5-hour interview, and this was as an OC, right?
That's when it first started. Yes.
Yeah. So tell me, like, if you can, because we kind of talked high level at that point, but if you can get into more details, like, what do you remember about that interview? Because things that I've heard is like, you know, he'll have you up on the chalkboard or whiteboard, and hey, how are you going to attack cover 3? How are you going to like? So can you kind of go through what that was like?
Oh yeah, well, Chris, it was phenomenal. It's something I never forget, because I mean, that was my first opportunity, right? To run an offense and put my name behind it and my stamp on it, and to sit there on the board and have the owner, you know, be able to say, let's run power to the right against this defense. Let's line it up against a 4-3. Let's line it up against an under defense. Let's line it up against a bear defense. Al Davis understood defense at a high level. Yeah. And you wasn't going to get anything over on him because he was a football coach, right? Yeah. But everybody respected that. So I had, you know, you heard all these stories, but when you go in the interview and it's you on that chalkboard and he's asking you these questions and he's nailing every question about what he wanted you to do, man, I mean, that's phenomenal. I don't know many owners across the National Football League that could do that at that level. That's why he's an icon. That's why he's one of the ones that's ever done it, right? Because he understood football at a whole different level than most, and he knew what he wanted. He knew how he wanted it, and that's what he was going to get. And those meetings will stay with me for the rest of my life because they were classic. Yeah, they were just classic, and it's like having a conversation with a football savant, you know, because he understood it at a whole different level than everybody else did.